Hi folks, this is the cemetery in Letterkenny, County Donegal, where we first got our REM pod responses. Actually, it was on the top of that monument where we had the REM pod actually sitting. So, and we have visitors. We have a little doggy here who wants to look into my bag and stuff. So temporarily we might be how you doing? Temporarily we might be stopping this. I'll be back in a wee second. Sorry about the interruption there. Somebody walking their dog. Actually, very interesting conversation there. So what I been told by the lady that just passed here with her dog was she actually remembered the abandoned building that I will show you now in a second, and you will see it in a previous video. Rumours are that this building is going to be knocked down. It's a listed building, it's not going to be knocked down. But away after the 1916 Rising, the Black and Tans were stationed in that particular building. Before I go on and tell you the rest of it, I'll show you the building. You always know a place is ancient when you see big trees, you know. But that's the building there. Now, it was also at the time a very modern mental health hospital, and for the first time patients had their own rooms and stuff. Now, after the mental health service started integrating more people into society, it was used for accommodation for students. And what I've been told is the damage that was done inside the building was its downfall. It was too expensive to fix, and it has been abandoned since. So, and that particular lady actually remembered being in that building visiting patients. So back to the cemetery itself, and I'd neglected to mention, it was one of my best EVPs that I ever picked up was here, and it was just the camera. So I was walking around with the camera, doing a walk around. I picked up a lady's voice saying help me. It was pretty clear, and I was really shocked. Now, it is during the day. We don't know. There's somebody cutting grass, and very shortly they might end up here. I don't know if this video will go out, but I have some time to spare. I have to do a few things in town here, but I thought I would I like visiting here, you know. What she told me was that there's 200 people buried on this site. It's a very small site for 200 people, but you can see there 200 people. Most of the graves, most of those 200 people are not listed on any plaque. They don't have a headstone. They're just buried in this piece of grass, you know. So we'll do a little walk around, and then I'll do a spurt box and see how it goes, you know. It won't be a massive video today, folks, you know, just a quick one, like. So we'll have a look around. Sorry about the lawnmower noise in the background, but there any spirits that are present at this moment in time that needs a voice right now? Your voice can be picked up on this special camera I have in my hand. If you want to speak and we will hear you. You may remember me from a few visits. You may not. I know it is during the day, but when I'm not using equipment, you put more of your energy into trying to feel the environment and stuff like that. And I seem to be walking in and out of pockets of energy around here. So, you know, of course on camera cannot be scientifically proven, but I'm very sensitive to different kinds of energies and stuff like that, but I never really talk about it on videos, you know. And actually, one of the reasons why I turn to technology is to actually prove that I'm feeling something in a certain place. But and the other reason for turning to technology is sometimes don't like what I experience, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of the science, the technology is kind of a scapegoat, if you know what I mean. But we're just going to walk around with no equipment at all. And I have a spirit box, I have a REM pod, just basic pieces of equipment today, folks, you know, just whatever's in my bag. And, you know, we're lucky the weather has picked up. It is summertime, although it doesn't guarantee good weather all of the time here in this country, but we're kind of lucky today. But on with having a look around. Can you imagine 200 people? People buried here. Absolutely fantastic spirit box sessions here, and I will leave a link in the description of the previous visits here, you know. When I was previously here, I picked up a woman's voice saying, "Help me." Are you here today? Maybe you want to tell me what you want help with? Why you need my help? Because I need more information. I'm going to go down to this corner. I was wanting to do my spirit box session on a bench that I was sitting on. But there's so many people walking around the building that I don't want somebody coming in on my spirit box session. Yes, I have a microphone and that, but I don't have headphones, so I can't quieten down the spirit box session, you know. I'm actually going to do it here, like, by this tree. There might be the sound of kids in the background. That's actually there because there's houses behind the wall here. Well, I have two little REM pods set up close by me. One is a little small REM pod there, and we have another one over at the tree there. Not going to go massively into this today. As I says, time to unlock.
Tired. I'll take the therapy.
Is there any spirits that wants to communicate today? And wants to communicate, you can talk through this box. This is very quiet today for some reason. It may be a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know.
So someone turns of how to.
Is there anybody here that wants to communicate? Use the device here that's on the bag.
Use kind of social work.
I heard I'm a social worker. I didn't fully say worker, but there was social workers back in the day. Could have been pure another fluke though. If you can communicate with us, Can you say the word spirit? Just to clarify that you're here.
You look at no. Yonder.
Can you tell us what your name is?
Leg situation.
He as well as
Word. The aircraft.
he's in the Dublin. By his
Do you mind me being here right now to talk to you? We just came to talk to you.
Other people traveling.
Just test. Oh.
One of the interesting things.
Can you say the word spirit? Can you say the word spirit?
So that
One, I know you're here. Just come and talk.
something like that.
Pay gap. Female doctor.
Female doctor.
Start. Single health. Spam. There is that.
Oh, there's nothing blowing in the way at the moment. And I know you're here. Just come and talk to us.
Parking.
Are you the one of the 200 people buried here on this graveyard?
So many.
So many. That could be relevant. Are you one of the 200 people? And if you are one of the 200 people, can you touch those devices there? They're actually a bell. They tell us that you're here. And you can get my attention by touching those. Actually, I'm going to bring one of these. over the other side of me here. So if you want to touch any of those devices that are right beside me to get my attention, if you want to talk to me, don't know what that was. I know a bit of, that was me, and I'm actually turning the REM pods off. I'm actually going to walk around. That's me again, folks, sorry. Right, I am actually going to walk around. Behind me. What's behind me? Unless that's radio. I may not be in the best spot, so I'm going to walk around. Ooh.
Just number of times.
Can you tell me what happened to this tree? What happened to this tree? Who burnt this tree?
My tea.
Obviously it didn't burn itself.
Slippers for wind.
Did somebody God.
Finally here.
Would you like to speak to me?
Defense forces.
Oh, he's
Is free now.
If you're communicating with me now, can you say spurt, please?
Oh, here.
the Constitution. Do? Oh, I do. Art.
And you spot me.
I'm kind of nervous because somebody comes in here. I mean, with this radio on. Okay.
Species.
Can you come and speak with me?
So when taken.
Do you remember who my name was?
Wait. Guardy in the.
What was my name? What's my name? Do you remember me from last time?
What's.
I remember we were getting communication saying that there were all sorts of negative things. Is any of you here to muck about with me tonight? Saying all those. Claiming to be all sorts of negative entities. Are you here to mess about with me again?
You can't between safety care. Government best. More than 100. I might get some. Sure of you.
That's kids in the background, folks.
Right. Run line.
Keep it of the white for date. I look now. It's made from March.
Since it
Picture of
five. Just temperature 5% to DPP. A massive.
Can you come and communicate with me? I don't mean any harm.
child.
Ireland.
Contracting short.
Fires. Yeah. Another eating between the potential.
He's running very slow today, folks.
He wanted this 120. Did the two, you know, the next who has 5 year off the list.
Can you come and speak? There's one of only 2 headstones, which are these crosses. John Murray and his wife. His wife Mary. And his son Edward. John, Mary, and Edward. Can you repeat any of those names? John, Mary, or Edward?
The bank says the
Patricia Murray, 2004.
Wi-Fi.
Is there any of the Murrays actually here?
This will apply.
there existed.
As well. Barry's been
and I range
This Spurt box session is not blowing me away, to be honest. Can you come and say hello to me? At least.
come on.
Possibly.
West and
The full capacity. Operating
chest.
Apology.
As you say.
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. Possibly Letterkenny radio station, though.
He shall be direct.
Come on, speak to us before you go.
And to
down.
If you say
the t-shirt.
I'm going to close the session actually.
Limited.
Is there anything you want to say before I close this?
no
Which is a juice. The beer. Well done.
Right, I'm going to close. You've got a chance to say goodbye.
I'll leave that.
Can you say goodbye to me?
Go on. To the real
I don't know, that didn't blow me away to be honest. Since Dunry Fort, actually this radio hasn't been running so good. And I don't feel it was running very well today. It was running very slow, and I said that in the last video that I had. Actually, the last video that I had, it didn't go, actually, people didn't get notifications, and but it was a paranormal investigation between myself and some of Peninsula Paranormal Group, and they part of the way through it, Peninsula had to go home. You'll see it in the video, but we got great contact at the end of the night through the REMs and that, you know. So it was pretty good. The reason why we go there a lot is we want to try and get a connection, if you know what I mean. You know, you see a lot of YouTube investigators to go to one place, and then they have to go to a different place the next time, and go to a different place to keep people entertained. What we're doing, we're just investigators, like, you know. We're not here to entertain the public, like, we just want to do our thing. We just want to do our investigating, and we want to do it in a way that is right for us. You know, sometimes making paranormal investigations suitable for entertainment kind of ruins the actual paranormal investigating, because people have a vision of what a paranormal investigation is, and it's from TV shows, and it you know, TV shows have to cut things down, and they have to cram everything into a half an hour or an hour and stuff like that. We just like keeping things running, and actually the video footage that we capture and we put up, that's actually our investigation. That's where our evidence possibly is. And some of the time, we actually miss stuff, and the actual general public actually, you know, discover things and tell us about it. So, you know, sometimes the comment section can be pretty good, you know. Pretty interesting. Actually, certainly some of the comments on the last video was pretty interesting, but it didn't get the views that it normally would get, you know, because possibly because I was in a rush to get it out onto Premiere, and I didn't give it a lot of time, and people weren't getting notifications on it. Actually, I've got messages saying that they weren't notified about the investigation, but yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch that. It's pretty interesting. You know, we want to do things in a kind of a scientific kind of a way, and we want to try and step up from doing what everybody else is doing. It is a difficult thing to do because we all have the same equipment, we all use it in the same way, and that. But we want to try and think outside the box, you know. And one of those little small things that I was thinking outside the box was actually the smoke experiment with the cigarette, and that. I don't think it worked, but you know, that's the way I want to think. I want to try and think outside the box. You know, maybe use equipment in a different sort of way. You know, but we're trying to better ourselves all the time, if you know what I mean. But that is not a fantastic little investigation, but I just thought I had a little bit of time to spare, and show you around, do a little spirit box session. It's not a mad big investigation. If it was, we would be basing, we would be bringing our equipment in, we'd be setting up, and we'd be giving ourselves so many hours to do that investigation. I'm only killing an hour because I have to go very soon, you know, so but massive thanks to the new subscribers and stuff like that. I'm less than 150 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers and that, and you know, I don't want to change the way I do things, but I actually want to do live streams as well. Possibly, a location like this where there would be, it would be possible to live stream. You know, it would actually put out more investigations, which means, you know, if I do a live stream, I don't have to actually edit that. It's filmed, it's done, and that is it. I would still continue on doing investigations, uploads, and editing, and well, I don't do much editing. I just put the files together. It just might as well be live. But if we could go live, it means possibly we would get more investigations out, you know, because we want to concentrate, and the good thing about live is, you know, you can concentrate on the investigation a lot more. Yes, sometimes people you have to read the comments and engage with people and all the rest of it. But in other sense, you're not turning on and off a camera and conscious of that, and you can just carry on with your investigation and stuff like that, you know. It works for some people, it doesn't work for others, but you know, we would be willing to do some live investigations if that was possible. But before I go, I'll just finally give you a look around this building, and just keep an eye on the audio of the camera, like, because you never know, you know. Obviously, I am not going to be turning on the spirit box because there's actually people people go for walks around here, you know. Some people are still at work. It's 5:15 now. They should be going soon, but it's usually pretty quiet. But that is a wonderful building, and a building I can't get into, unfortunately. You know. But yeah, 3 floors, and it's pretty massive. It's one of these buildings in Letterkenny when you mention the word haunted, this is the building that just comes up straight away. At the same time, probably the reason why it's associated with haunted, quite possibly, is because it looks abandoned, it looks old, it looks like the stereotypical haunted location. I have had no evidence that actually people have been in this building. I haven't seen any evidence that people got paranormal activity in this building. So the word haunted is probably just a name that was given, associated with this, because people associate old mental health hospitals and old buildings like this as haunted, you know. But it was very, very interesting to run into that lady and get some history on this building, you know. That's so we're talking about pre-1900s, this building, and the Black and Tans occupied this building for some time, and then it was a mental health hospital, and after that it was accommodation for college. Sorry if you're getting a little bit of wind. But this particular site is full of historic buildings, most of them actually in use by the mental health service here. This just happens to be one that isn't, you know. In my mind, I think this area, the cemetery on this surrounding area has a completely different atmosphere after people have gone home from work, and it starts to get dark and the energy changes. Up on the tower here you have the clocks, and one of them actually has fallen out by the looks of it. But you can see it's a beautifully designed building, like, and it's a shame that it's not being used for anything else right now. You know, there's some sort of a basement and what looks like a brand new car door down there. But if there's any spirits around the building that wants to talk, if you want to talk into the camera, feel free. You got garden centre run by mental health patients over here, which is pretty cool. See, you got a summer house over there and everything. But yeah, and greenhouses and stuff. But yeah, quite a lot of land around mental health facilities. I see that light's on. It means there's power in some of the building. See that? But that's it there. I've no actual equipment with me, so I'm just going to use my instincts here and call out. Anybody who wants to speak to me can speak to the camera. Don't be afraid. I'm going to go to this corner, hoping that I shelter myself from the wind. It's pretty massive. I heard a shuffle in there, but I think it's a bird. I'm actually a little bit more sheltered here. I'm on the steps on the other side of the building here, and you know, I said I had no equipment with me, and I put it all in the car. Some people are a fan of the Paratech. I'm not particularly, but I'm going to give it a shot here, and we'll see. I'm going to have the Paratech running.
Paratech loaded.
Okay. When I use the Paratech, I like to use it with other pieces of equipment. And, you know, try to find a match. Say, run a spurt box with the Paratech, and possibly what comes up on the Paratech might come up on the spurt box, you know. I don't normally use it on its own, but seeing as I put the spurt box, and it was the only spurt box I had with me. I normally have 2 or 3 of them, but I only had one with me today. You know, normally if I don't get results with one, I'll try another one, you know. But
started scanning.
We're scanning now, folks. And it kind of scans the environment and all the rest of it, so hopefully you can hear it. 1. It's a random word generator, which means sometimes there is connection. There is relevant connection. I've seen it on other videos.
Taken.
Sometimes there's not. Taken. That could mean anything, folks. That could mean anything. Is there any patients
8
from this former hospital here? And not really relevant there, folks. Put it up there so I can read it. Any patients from the former hospital here that wishes to come and communicate? Your soul. My soul? My soul or yours? I don't know.
8.
8. 8 what?
1.
1 again. If you want to communicate with the camera, you can. If you want to communicate with the device beside the camera, you can as well. Can you say the word spirits? Can you make the word spirits come up on the Paratech, this device here? I'd be pretty impressed.
Your soul.
My soul again. Don't often get the same words coming up twice, but there seems to be a couple of words there that came up the second time.
Grow.
Grow. The grow plants in the back here, if that's relevant. I'm making it fit in a narrative now, I think. But they certainly do grow stuff here.
Numb.
Numb. Okay. Can you say the word spirits?
Music.
Music. Do you like music?
Malevolent.
Benevolent. See, these are all words I've seen come up on the Paratech before, and they're possibly words that are in the bank that makes up this app, you know.
Thermal.
Thermal. Oh yeah, I'll be using thermal very soon. Yeah, I've had a couple of tests.
Electric.
Yes, it's an electric device. I would use the thermal a little bit more. I was having a little bits of trouble of it draining batteries, but I found that if you don't use the
Outsider.
If you don't use the rechargeable ones and use ordinary batteries, see, rechargeable batteries are only 1.2 volts. The ordinary batteries that you buy are 1.5 volts, and possibly the voltage wasn't high enough to run the device, you know. But you know, I bought that number of months back, and I need to make use of some of this equipment. The number 4 has come up, which I don't know is relevant to this at all. Can you come
Sally
up with
House.
Sally House? That comes up all the time. That's possibly a word that's in the bank. That's come up a number of times. The Sally House is a haunted house in America
Yours.
somewhere. Yours. Yours or mine? There's somebody jogging past you. Can you come up with a name? Can you tell me your name?
Number.
No, your name, not a number.
Little.
That's not a name. Pigeon.
Understand.
I'm not understanding a while out at the moment, to be honest. Can you make me understand? Can you tell me what your name is?
Male.
And that's not a name. That's a gender. Are you male, yeah? Can you tell me what your name is?
Gabrielle.
Name. That name hasn't come up at all. I don't think so before. It's an unusual name for Donegal here, though. You know, possibly. But then we don't know, you know what I mean? Any other names?
Kind.
That's a good word to have. Kind. Better than some of the words that came up the last time I was here. Can you come up with my name? Can you put my name up on the device, can you?
To get.
To get. To get what? To be honest with you, I don't know.
Credible.
Right. Well, I don't know if it's credible or not, to be honest. Come up with the word spirits, then I'll be blown away.
Here.
See, this is why I don't do apps. Apps have these power banks, or these word banks in them. And unless you know what's in those banks, you don't really know what it's made up of. So you don't even know what you're using, you know what I mean? Yes, there's people out there that get great results from apps. I just personally don't want to use apps for that particular reason, you know?
Sophia.
And Sophia. Can you come up with my name?
Bike.
Bike. Okay. What about the bike? Bike? What about the bike?
Ramp.
Ramp. I did see a ramp at the front of the building, actually. For the lawnmower to go up on the grass. That's relevant, I don't know.
Man.
Yes, a man that was cutting the grass. I'm just making stuff up with everything that comes up here. Yeah, there was a man cutting the grass and he had to go up a ramp to cut the grass. Yes. Do you want to say one final thing before I close this?
Dessert.
Dessert. I like dessert, actually. Yes, I do. Yeah, I like cheesecake. Cheesecake's a nice dessert. I love that cheesecake. One fact. I don't know if it was fact, to be honest with you. I'm closing it down.
Scanning stopped.
Folks, I know it was a bit of a rush one today, but it kind of, I had a little bit of time to spare, and I just decided I'll come back here. Myself and Rachel will be coming back to this location sometime soon, in the evening time and that, and because we got results here before, and I was here on my own the time before myself and Rachel was here, and we picked up that EVP on the camera. Pretty good. This time of the day, don't know if we got anything today, but I will know when I edit the footage when I go home. I may be excited, I may not be, but if it happens all the time, it's just normal. It's not paranormal. So I just give it a go today, folks. So I will see you in the next one, folks, and be good to each other.